did she go? Where can she be? When will she come again? Calling to me, calling to me, calling to me. Somewhere there's a girl who's like the shimmer of the wind upon the water. Somewhere there's a girl who's like the shimmer of the sunlight on the sea. Somewhere there's a girl who's like the swell of endless music. Somewhere she is singing and her song is meant for me. And her voice, it's sweet as angels sighing. And her voice, it's warm as summer sky. And that sound, it haunts my dreams and spins me round until it seems I'm flying. Her voice. I can sense her laughter in the ripple of the waves against the shoreline. I can see her smiling in the moonlight as it settles on the sand. I can feel her waiting just beyond the pale horizon, singing out a melody too lovely to withstand. And her voice, it's there as dusk is falling. And her voice, it's warm as time steals by. Pure and bright, it's always here, all day, all night, and still I hear it calling. Her voice. Strange as a dream, real as the sea. If you can hear me now, come set me free. Come set me free.
Hey, so what have you been working on with this?
Jaw tension.
Okay.
Has a life of its own. And then breath control.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, I want to play around with some of the usage of the words and the musicality and see if those things lighten up as we play around with that.
Okay.
Okay? I'm gonna, I guess, work on the piano a little bit. Hopefully I cannot play this thing. Every time I try to get these 8 notes right, they fall apart. So Richard will definitely do that. But in the beginning of this, so this is Disney.
Yes.
Disney is heightened life, right? So the first thing is stand up and make yourself like he owns his space, right? And one of the things I've noticed is that you start to collapse. You got to remember that like your diaphragm runs all on the inside of your rib cage, right? So as soon as our rib cage collapses, now our diaphragm is pushing down at an angle. When we inhale, that blocks your ability to get a nice breath, right? Versus when it's up, and then it fills you in, okay? And then he's also being, you know, friends. He's got all this space. You can't do like this, okay? I want to skip the where did she go, where could it be, she anything, right? The somewhere there's a girl who's like a shimmer of the wind upon the water. How many times have you described another person like that to someone else? Right? We don't talk that way. That's Disney speak, okay? So, and I bring this up because like Dear Evan Hansen, some of it is real people speak, right? It's way more into realism world. And so having like a natural delivery works because that is that show. This is Disney language. So we gotta bring it out. So it becomes somewhere there's a girl who's like the shimmer of the wind on the water. Right? Somewhere there's a girl who's like the glimmer of the sun on the sea. Underneath of you is the sea. So we can think about the music existing underneath of you as being musical energy or space, right? So is it setting up the atmosphere of the song, or is it the underlying energy that's underneath of it? When we were just doing the rock song, which one? The 80s song. Hero. That's energy. I need a hero. That's the energy like driving it up to make her drive forward to look for this thing. Whereas underneath of you on this, you have. Right, that's the waves moving. Yeah. So all you need to do is simply speak, but with the heightened language. So while this is flowing, just talking, somewhere there's a girl who's like the shimmer of the wind upon the water. Instead of trying to push your way through it. Okay. That makes sense? Yeah. Start on it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Somewhere there's a girl who's like the shimmer of the wind upon the water.
So you got it, right? So that started to worry about the singing aspect of it. This is somebody you're so infatuated with that you are starting to notice every detail.
Okay.
Right? Think about it. When we're infatuated with somebody, we start to notice everything about them. The way that their ears move, the way that their nose is, the way that they smile and their cheeks puff up, right? The average person is like, okay, come on. Right? Come on. But, with this, you're infatuated, so it's all that. So each one of these descriptive words is like one of the most important things you've ever said. If you are about to go sailing across the sea to find this mermaid, it must be pretty important to you, right? So say, somewhere there's a girl, just speak it.
Somewhere there's a girl.
Who's like the rest?
Who's like the shimmer of the wind upon the water.
So we get that shimmer of the wind upon the water.
Water.
Yeah, right? So lightening those things up a little bit. Right on it. 1, 2, 3, and.
Somewhere there's a girl who's like the shimmer of the wind upon the water. Somewhere there's a girl who's
so that would somewhere. Where's more? Somewhere there's this. Okay. Yeah. So it's not even creeping into it. It's that if we think of it as just being like I'm trying to enrapture this person. I don't know. Somewhere there's. If I'm trying to bring them into me, somewhere there's a girl who's like this. Imagine that it's like embracing and enrapturing this person that you're infatuated with. The glimmer of the sunlight on the sea, on that one, somewhere, and.
Somewhere there's a girl who's like the glimmer of the sunlight on the sea. Somewhere there's a girl.
Somewhere there's somewhere. Right, it goes back to that phrase waving thing. It's not somewhere there's a girl. It's somewhere there's a girl who's like the swell of endless music. Right? 1, 2, 3, and.
Somewhere there's a girl who's like the swell of endless music.
Somewhere she is singing.
Somewhere she is singing and her song is meant for me.
And that's our first epic swell in the music.
Okay.
Right? So in that epic swell is when we're going to start dragging those notes out and singing them. So it's somewhere she is singing, or somewhere she is singing and her song is meant for me. Okay. And her. It's epic.
Okay.
Okay? So somewhere she is singing and her song is.
Somewhere she is singing and her song is meant for me.
So song is meant for. Connect all through. Somewhere she is singing.
Somewhere she is singing and her song is meant for me. And her voice is.
So and is a quarter note. Okay. So let us sing. And her voice. Can you start off straight tone and then let it grow? All right, let's hear it again.
And her voice is
Okay? The high note is your peak, right? Sweet eyes, angel sighing. So we want to build up to that. If you overblow this, then you don't have anywhere to press. Yeah. Right? So in her voice is sweet eyes. And let that be the thing that goes out. Here we go. Somewhere she is singing in her song.
Somewhere she is singing and her song is meant for me. And her voice is sweet as angels sighing. And her voice is warm as summer sky. And that sound, it haunts my dreams, spins me round until it seems I'm flying.
like locks into the vowels, which is common. We get a nice pure vowel going on. In most pop music and musical theater, the vowels are living, right? But the story underneath of it is letting the vowel continue to bloom. It's letting the vowel help tell a story, right? Because if I say, and her, I'm a baritone, bass baritone, so I don't want to sound like this, I'm just demonstrating. But if we do pure vowel, and her voice is warm as summer sky, that's stagnant. That's not got the life of movement that's making me sing this pitch longer than a quarter note. Instead, though, if that vowel grows, and her voice is warm as summer sky, right? Move it, let it shake. Okay? So we can go from and her voice is sweet as angels sighing. So that each vowel's moving. And her voice.
And her voice is sweet as angels sighing. And her voice is warm as summer sky. And that sound it haunts my dreams. It spins me round until it seems I'm flying.
Yeah, it's different, right? It starts moving and helps bring it alive. That's really nice. Okay? Okay. So when we know what we want to say as an actor in the song, a lot of times we are on the beat, on the click, right? So I know that in the beginning there's this person and I'm going to go find them. That's on the click. When there's things that we are trying to figure out, sometimes we get almost a 30-second behind it. Her voice is sweet as angel sky, right? It says sweet as angel sky. If you're thinking it out, your brain is a 30-second behind, or your mouth is a 30-second behind your brain, and so then it's kind of coming together, right? And sometimes we are so urgent in what we want that we push through. I'm going to get this no matter what it takes. That is what's going to happen, right? This song has a lot of that ebb and flow throughout, and that's the next layer to add on to it. In the beginning, it is somewhere there's a girl who's like the shimmer of the wind upon water. I know that's what she is because I've seen her that way. Somewhere there's a girl who's like the glimmer of the sunlight on the sea, because that's how you saw her, right? Somewhere there's a girl who's like a swell of endless music, which is almost that 30-second behind as you're starting to like find and search for the words. And what you do know is that somewhere there's a girl and they're singing, and her song is meant for me, which is then starting to push ahead. Does that make sense? All right. So somewhere there's a girl who's like the shimmer of the wind on the water.
Somewhere there's a girl who's like the shimmer of the wind upon the water. Somewhere there's a girl who's like the sun on the sea. Somewhere there's a girl who's like the swell of wind in this music.
Yeah, you need to play that one to get more. Somewhere there's a girl. Let me breathe. It helps when I breathe. Somewhere there's a girl who's like a swell of endless music. It's like I'm so enraptured by her, I can barely get the words out. Okay? There you go.
Somewhere there's a girl who's like the swell of endless music.
And now you know that she's for you.
Somewhere she's singing that her song is meant for me. And her voice is sweet as angels sighing.
So this is almost, I know it is like this. And her voice is sweet as angels sighing. Right? Just trying to bring this dream person into you. There you go.
And her
Yeah, right on the end voice.
And her voice is sweet as angels.
So hold that as that. Sweet as angels sighing. So it almost has a little bit of a your voice.
And her voice is sweet as angels sighing. And her voice is warm as summer sky.
Now this is urgent.
And that sound, it haunts my dreams, it spins me round.
See what I mean? It's like, this is what it does, and this is what it does, and I'm flying because of it. Her voice. Right? Because in Disney, everything's dramatic. Right? That's why it's cartoons. Okay? So doing and that sound, it haunts my dreams.
And that sound, it haunts my dreams, it spins me round until it seems I'm flying.
about this is finding those extra spots, right? Let's go to the last page where we get these crazy high notes. Let's do strange as a dream. Right on that, and
Strange as a dream.
so when you say strange as a dream, do you believe this is true or not? No. And so just kind of take your breath away a little bit? Yeah, so sing that. Because then you're kind of making that effect, but to me, it needs to actually be motivated from in here. That it's strange as a dream. Is this really real? Which is what takes the breathiness in the voice instead of you just making an effect. Right?
Strange as a dream. Real as the sea. If you can hear me now.
Then this is starting to get a little more urgent. If you can hear me now. Getting more to that full but hushed silent voice. Right on it. If you can hear me.
If you can hear me now. Come set me free. Come set me free.
Yeah. Okay? And anytime we have a held long note, there has to be a reason for us to sustain this note out, right? Forever. So it's not just come set me free. It's come set me free from this life that I have that's so lonely and horrible without you. Right? Which then makes it free. It gives us that living vow. It's like, take me away from this misery and fulfill my heart and soul. Okay? To do that, technically, we will usually start with a narrower version of the vow and then slowly open it up. The formula that I like to use is to start off with the narrowness, start to drop your jaw, then allow it to smile, then add vibrato. I can't do it on an F. We're going to try to do it down here. Set me free. Right? You're going to have to practice it because it's motor skill. But it's the idea of starting to narrow. Come set me free. It starts to let it bloom open instead of just hitting it and holding on for life. Which is what we want to do. Right? Let's give it a shot of trying to let it bloom for a second. Come set me free. Come set me free. So we just don't jump the F. Here we go.
Come set me.
So right on the come set me free.
Okay. Come set me.
You're doing come set me free.
Free.
Come set me free. I'm just doing these two notes. Yeah, there you go.
Come set me free. Come set me free.
Yeah, that's the gist of it, right? It's a motor skill. You got to think about it. I'm trying to get my jaw to slowly open. Think how many muscles help open the jaw. And then I'm trying to get my facial muscles to give me an acoustic boost. And then I'm trying to let vibrato happen. That's a whole lot of this. Okay? It's a practice room, and I don't expect it's just going to happen. Let's put that all together with Richard. So you can feel what it feels like to, really play with this with the real. Let's go ahead though again, just for the sake of this, start with the Somewhere There's a Girl.
Somewhere there's a girl who's like the shimmer of the wind upon the water.
Up to there, hold on. Just state it simply. Stand tall.
Okay.
Stand tall. Own your space. Stick your arms out like this. All right? Own your space as a prince. All right?
Okay.
Look straight ahead. Big and dreamful. Dreaming people look up towards the horizon. Okay? And then it doesn't have to be big and dramatic because guess what? On stage behind you is a bunch of big dramatic crap going on from the Disney company. All right? So we don't have to be like, somewhere there is this. But instead, somewhere there's this girl who's really incredible and I don't know where she is. Right? And then we're looking for it, but it's just, and the words are enough. The composer's done the rest. Okay?
Somewhere there's a girl who's like the shimmer of the wind upon the water. Somewhere there's a girl who's like the shimmer of the sunlight on the sea. Somewhere there's a girl who's like the swell of endless music. Somewhere she is singing and her song is meant for me. And her voice, it's sweet as angels sighing. And her
Jump into that real quick. And her voice is sweet as, you want to carry through.
Okay.
And her voice is sweet as angels sign. It's got to be a big epic swell. Think of a cello and the string orchestra underneath, just letting it rip.
Okay.
All right? So from there, that means you can't let the vibrato and all the power kick in on
Okay.
that first note.
Okay.
There you go.
Another
And her voice. Yeah, you want to feel like it does that. And her voice has sweet. Yeah, just get big and epic just on the first entrance. So that again.
And her voice, it's sweet as angels sighing. And her voice, it's warm as summer sky. And that sound, it haunts my dreams. It spins me round until it seems I'm flying. Her voice.
All right, let's just sing that. How's that feel to let it open up like that?
Easy here.
All right, good. One of the ladies who's already sang, come up. Come on up since you're over here. What I want you to do is I want you to forget they exist, and I want you to just tell her, but we're going to chill over here. Actually, get your face out. You sit over here. You come over here. So come in, crook the piano. I know, I'm a terrible stage director. You're going to come over here and sit. We're going to imagine we're at the hottest New York bar, whatever that is. I have no clue. And what I want you to do is scoot in a little bit closer because the bar is loud. All right? And you're just like, look, I met this person. This person's like rocking my world. You know what I mean? And you're just the friend there to be like this.
I'm the friend.
But he's got to have a friend to tell us.
Yeah.
That's because of the story. Because you're the friend.
You want me to sing at her?
I want you to sing directly to her.
Okay.
Right? Because essentially the problem with this song is you're telling somebody all these things. You're singing about somebody, but then it's got to have that conversational quality. And it's just helping you connect. Because when you're getting here, I think the spot's like blinding you. And we're getting into a wash in. Communicate sincerely with her. Right? Let's do it. From the somewhere there's a girl.
Somewhere there's a girl who's like the shimmer of the wind upon the water.
It's exciting, right?
Somewhere there's a girl who's like the shimmer of the sunlight on the sea.
I think it makes you happy.
Somewhere there's a girl who's like the swell of endless music. Somewhere she is singing and her song is meant for me.
Good. All right, up there. Alana, do you believe him?
What?
Do you believe him?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. So, what you want is this is your skeptical best friend.
Okay.
Okay? And your skeptical best friend doesn't like anybody.
Okay.
No one's good enough for you. And you're going, no, but this one is because she's out there. I can't show it to you. You know what's the show where he has like the internet boyfriend that doesn't actually exist?
Oh, actually.
Yeah, those things. But there's some TV show I'm thinking of where they have. Never mind. Back to this. So what we're gonna do is it's like he's known for having people you never get to meet, and this is another one where you're like, does this person really exist? I'm skeptical. And you're like, I'm gonna bring him to the party, and I wanted because this person is real for you, right? And you want her to know, but you're kind of like, is it? And because she questions you, you have to make it seem real for her. Somewhere there's this person who's like this, and then they're like this, and she's like, oh, really? Okay? Make her believe A, the person exists, and B, the person is worthy of your love and worthy of her support.
Okay.
Okay? Here we go.
Somewhere there's a girl who's like the shimmer of the wind upon the water. Somewhere there's a girl who's like the shimmer of the wind upon the sea. Somewhere there's a girl who's like the swell of endless music. Somewhere she is singing and her song is meant for me. And her voice, it's sweet as angels sighing. And her voice, it's warm as summer sky. And that sound, it haunts my dreams, it spins me round until it seems I'm flying. Her voice.
And to there. Okay. What was that just exploded out of you? Because
Love.
something just exploded out where it's like, oh, there he is. Love?
Love?
I like it. That lights up a room, right? It lights up a room. They're all smiling, they're into it, right? That's your truth, right? And so do it again with her and keep letting that truth live inside that you're that excited about something that it has to be said, right? And that's the urgency. Do it again.
Somewhere there's a girl shimmer of the wind upon the water. Somewhere there's a girl who's like this glimmer of the sunlight on the sea. Somewhere there's a girl who's like the swell of endless music. Somewhere she is singing and her song is meant for me. And her voice is sweet as angels sighing. And her voice, it's warm as summer sky. And that sound, it haunts my dreams and spins me round until it seems I'm flying. Her voice.
How's there? How's that, dude?
That was fun.
This is to me like one of these instances. What I think we always have to toy with voice teachers is when is it really an acting issue that's making the roadblock versus when is it actually a technical issue? And we're always ebbing and flowing, and I can't say that I always get it right. There's sometimes I go in a technical hole and then I realize, oh crap, I could have just made an acting adjustment. It would work better. All right? So there's no like perfect way to always get that time. But what strikes me is that when all of a sudden you came alive, there is this joy and this aura around you that just makes me want to know more about you. Right? And at the end of the day, that's what we want. We sing to communicate the human experience through song. And what that requires is us to open ourselves up to share that humanity with everyone else. And when we do, that kind of magic happens. Right? Awesome work.
Thank you so
dude.
much.